Dunkelheit zieht vor meinen Augen auf, die den Zustand vor der Geburt des Universums ähnelt. Mitten in diesem Chaos, irgendwas mit Schöpfer.
What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
Tja, Fugue, Handlung. Vorübergehend hinzugefügt kann im Menü Teaminformation ausgetauscht werden. Ist also auch nicht schlecht. Für die Handlung nehmen wir das gerne mal rein.
That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
Aber irgendwie ist hier nun wirklich alles komplett tonlos irgendwie.
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me?
Tja, sie ist jetzt bloß geistig anwesend und die anderen können sie nicht sehen. Das ist jetzt ihr Weg zurück ins Leben. Was ist das jetzt?
This girl is...
Beobachtungsprotokoll Tag 6. Auch wenn es äußerst selten vorkommt, hat die Versuchsperson begonnen, kurze Antworten auf einige einfache Fragen zu geben. Obwohl ihre Wahrnehmung noch in einem chaotischen Zustand ist, den bisherigen Beobachtungen zufolge ist sie nicht unfähig, lange und komplexe Sätze zu bilden. Allerdings würde sie dann sofort und mit hoher Frequenz von einem unerträglich starken Schmerz angegriffen, der ausreicht, um ihre Gedanken zu unterbrechen, oder sie sogar vorübergehend bewusstlos zu machen. Die relevanten Informationen sollten Frau Ruan Mei übermittelt werden, damit sie entscheiden kann, ob die Sinne der Versuchsperson vor der Befragung vorübergehend betäubt werden sollen. Korrektur. Wir haben die verschiedenen Sinne der Person vorübergehend blockiert und versuchen, ihre Schmerzen so gut wie möglich zu lindern. Es werden keine weiteren Befragungen durchgeführt, bis ihre körperliche Heilung einige Fortschritte gemacht hat. Die Fragen, die die Versuchsperson zuvor beantwortet hatten, waren wie folgt. Wie ist der Name? Die Versuchsperson hat innerhalb von 3 Sekunden geantwortet, Tingyun. Was hast du erlebt? Die Versuchsperson dachte lange nach und verlor nach heftigen Schmerzen wieder das Bewusstsein. Nachdem sie 4-mal befragt wurde, konnte bestätigt werden, dass die Versuchsperson sich ihrer Situation bewusst ist, aber Schwierigkeiten hat, sie innerhalb ihrer begrenzten Zeit Bewusstsein zu erklären.
Tingyun. What a familiar name. Do I know her?
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. These
are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars? Wait! Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I will claim big sets in the seas of waves! I will claim
Have we met? Clouds scattered.
Hedge your bets.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
fight to live!
Dream vanished.
Es ist wirklich immer noch ziemlich ungewöhnlich und ungewohnt, dass man hier keine Musik hat.
Unite our goals.
The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Ja, das ist wirklich immer noch ziemlich ungewöhnlich und ungewohnt.
It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
Attack!
Clouds scattered.
All in.
Dreams of a past life are now all. Though life is as a speck of dust, it dances still in grace.
Half the work is already done.
Have we met? Dream vanished.
Like until everything burns to ashes!
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them? The ones from before weren't defeated either?
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment, and it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Who?
Ich würde mal sagen, damit sei Luocha gemeint. Ihn hätte ich eigentlich auch zu gerne in dieser Version gesehen. Dass man ihn, vielleicht nochmal versuchen könnte zu ziehen. Oder auch Ruan Mei. Mit ihr hätte ich jetzt, in den Zusammenhang sowieso auch ein bisschen mehr damit gerechnet, dass sie wieder in einem Banner auftauchen würde. Aber stattdessen kommt er, in der zweiten Hälfte Firefly zurück. Neben Tingyun. Aber, tja, passt irgendwie auch thematisch. Muss man so sagen. Passt thematisch doch ein bisschen. Aber wie schon gesagt, ich hätte Ruan Mei lieber, an der Seite von Tingyun im Banner bei der zweiten Hälfte gefunden.
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details.
Nichts
I'll
Ungewöhnliches.
arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
In diesem Moment treten die durch die Harmonisierung ins Licht gekommenen vergangenen Ereignisse erneut in die Dunkelheit zurück. Und somit wären wir jetzt wieder in der Gegenwart angekommen.
Are you all right?
Did I pass out?
Naja, nur ganz kurz.
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Kurze Zeit später. In der Nähe eines Getränkeladens.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved, are we meeting your other 2 companions next?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Huh? But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Okay. We better hurry then. It's ridiculous. How come I keep bumping into
Okay, sprich mit allen über die nächsten Pläne. Die Realität ist ein Echo aller Träume. Also gut.
Shall we keep going then?
Tja, wohin geht die Reise diesmal?
Did you forget already? Miss Tingyun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
I already picked up a few gifts earlier, so that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time, so we better not drag our feet.
Where are you planning to go next?
Could you give me some time to think about it?
Okay, also gehen wir jetzt erstmal ein bisschen einkaufen. Also, was für Geschenke könnten wir jetzt noch mitbringen? Ein Gespräch wird auf jeden Fall auch für Yukong sein. Da bin ich mir eigentlich ziemlich sicher. Ich bin aber jetzt trotzdem immer noch auf der komplett falschen Seite der Straße. Gut, das ist jetzt wenigstens schon mal ein bisschen besser.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead. Browse all you like.
First we have Lady Fu Xuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
Ein Kalender. Mal sehen. Oh Gott, das ist ja alles nicht gut. Frau Fu Xuan. Wahrsagekommission. Ein Hanu-Raketenwerfer, eine Glocki-Augenmaske, ein Einradflitzer? Also, das finde ich alles unpraktisch. Eine Glocki-Augenmaske?
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that. Next is General Jingyuan.
Mal sehen. Aktienbeteiligung Penacony, eine Filmrolle von Süße Träume der Vergangenheit. Ein Bataillon Elitesoldaten. Das passt ja alles irgendwie auch wieder nicht. Eine Filmrolle von Süße Träume der Vergangenheit.
Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement.
Mal sehen. Seelfroh-Sirup, eine Haarspange mit einem Hamsterballritt darauf. Ansteckbare Hallovianerflügel. Ich denke mal Süßigkeiten. Seelfroh-Sirup.
That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of Penacony. It would make for an ideal gift to bring home. That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself? That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
Tja, gut. Geh an einem abgelegenen Ort. Da bin ich mal gespannt, was sie jetzt noch zu bereden hat. Naja, sie will sicherlich noch ein paar Einzelheiten über ihre Vergangenheit wissen.
This is a good spot.
Miss Tingyun, what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
Tingyun, wie?
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Phantylia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Phantylia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how Phantylia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall?
Tja, sie war recht geheimnisvoll.
That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's widely known that mystery is the key to our allure. So, what did she seem like to you?
Als ausgefuchste Händlerin.
I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
Naja, du kannst gut mit Leuten.
That's true. I'd love to learn how you do it.
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
Ja.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Huh?
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Xianzhou journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantylia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well. But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you. That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantylia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you.
Tja, gern geschehen.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Tingyun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm him.
We'll see. I just hope the Tingyun in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore. All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Gut, the coming of Tulku? Keine Ahnung, was es sein soll. Aber so oder so werden wir jetzt auf alle Fälle den Rest des Weges mit Tingyun erstmal im nächsten Part erleben. Das ist auf jeden Fall jetzt erstmal klar. Im nächsten Part geht das Erlebte mit Tingyun auf jeden Fall noch weiter. Tja, da muss ich jetzt mal hier sehen, was gibt es denn jetzt eigentlich hier noch? Ja, Most werden wir da auf jeden Fall wohl als nächstes nehmen. Die zeitlich begrenzten Belohnungen. Wir müssen hier auf jeden Fall ziemlich viel Schichtarbeit betreiben, wie es aussieht. Universensimulation gibt es hier natürlich auch noch neu. Obwohl, das ist jetzt eigentlich hier nicht neu. Aber, tja, es gibt trotz allem hier immer noch ein paar Sachen, die neu gemacht werden müssen. Aber das, liebe Leute, von heute erstmal für den nächsten Part. Denn wir haben ja so oder so jetzt hier an der Schicksalskreuzung zu unserem nächsten Abenteuer noch einiges hier zu erleben. Anscheinend sagt jetzt wirklich, er sagt nur noch hier, die Realität ist ein Echo aller Träume. Mit dem nächsten Part dürfte das abgeschlossen werden. Und dann geht es hier höchstwahrscheinlich auch noch weiter zum letzten Abschnitt oder vielleicht vorletzten Abschnitt von Sonntag auf dieser bitteren Reise. Mal sehen, wie dann das Abenteuer von Sunny dann enden wird. Da bin ich wirklich schon mal gespannt. Und damit dann erstmal auch Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. Bis dann und ciao.